Today is Saturday, April 11th, 2020. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday. I am standing in the parking lot at the Two Rock Valley Presbyterian Church. It's been several weeks since we've been able to gather here due to the coronavirus that is sweeping the world. So we thought it would be nice to put a video together so that our members and friends could take a virtual visit to our blessed little church on the hill. Starting with a nice view of the stunning paint job that was done on our sanctuary and church buildings about 2 years ago. Session approved the colors and the money, and Paul Lewis got it done. Construction of these beautiful flower beds began last year and was completed recently. The beds were designed and built primarily by Brent and Sue Russell, with significant help from Bruce Carrington, David Coe, and many others. This is the view as we approach the church on Spring Hill Road. Our cemetery is looking beautiful thanks to spring rains and diligent care by our dedicated groundskeeper, Ben Visser. The fence that you see in the foreground is new, and it's just one of the many projects completed recently under the guidance of Paul Lewis, with help from Ben, Paul's personal assistant Peter, and others. For the next few minutes, you will be hearing Paul's name a lot. He has been a house on fire this year, getting approvals from Session, negotiating fantastic deals with local suppliers and contractors, directing his crew from his truck, and doing much of the work himself using his own heavy equipment, always donating his time and equipment. We will see more of the cemetery in a few minutes. So this is the main entrance on Spring Hill Road, showing the eucalyptus tree at the driveway that has been severely pruned a few weeks ago to alleviate some serious safety issues, and also to provide a lot of wood chips for Paul and crew to use throughout the campus. The giant rocks that you see here at the entrance are placed around the front parking lot and the road back to the manse. Starting here is the beginning of 19 crepe myrtle bushes that line the front of the property and the fence at the cemetery. By the way, that fence on this side of the cemetery, split rail fence, I believe was donated by the Gillian Mart family. I'm not sure. That was before my time. I have to highlight the area between the cemetery and the front drive. I have heard this area characterized by some as the armpit of our campus. Not so anymore. This area is really nicely designed and built by Paul and crew. Paul put in these huge rocks to replace the telephone poles that had been used as car stops for many years and were rotting. So now we've got something that will never rot, and as Paul likes to say, is kind of like a symbol here in Two Rock Valley. Back to the cemetery. I'm going to take you up the hill here to a new facility designed and built by Paul and crew. It's a little sitting area. You may remember these plaques. They used to be designed for sitting. Now they're designed just for reading. The adjacent bench, hand-built by Paul, is designed for sitting, and I highly recommend it. The view from here is just awesome, with the cemetery in the foreground and Two Rock Valley in the background. This is the view from Bodega Avenue, with the manse in the background. Fully refurbished welcoming sign, again compliments of Paul and crew. And our golden steeple in the background. Guess who recommended gold? So now I'm going to walk up the road to the garage and to the manse. You can see in the distance more rocks lining the roadway. As we go, notice the handicap railing, the blue railing, and the new concrete work that surrounds the backside of the church buildings for disability access. Once again, Paul's project. I wish I could take you inside of the manse to show you the tremendous amount of work that was done to this house a couple of years ago. A dilapidated place has been converted to a very desirable living space. I believe that the prime movers on this project were Kathy and Cliff Stroke. I'm sure they had lots of help. Please forgive me for not giving credit where it's due. So before I finish up outside, I just want to mention that all of the parking surfaces and roadways, once again, one of Paul's projects, fully graded and resurfaced. Okay, so that's it for the outside. We're going to go to the inside. Starting a few weeks ago, we had a deep cleaning crew led by Lonnie Warnstrom and Kathy Stroke, with assistance from Mary Lynn Visser, and now with Doreen Coe pitching in as well, and maybe others, probably others, that have been doing deep cleaning throughout the church. They started with the fireside room, got it done, and I'm just kind of lingering here in the sanctuary so you can kind of remember the place. But they've also done a deep clean in here. There's just no dirt left in here. And just giving you an idea of how the process they go through. This is the narthex. Totally stripped, totally scrubbed. Don't worry, stuff will be replaced before they're done. And here you can see well, there's two of our deep cleaners. Are you safe distancing yourselves?
Yes, we are.
Okay. And so this just gives you an idea of what's going on here, all the junk that they're moving around so that they can do cleaning. And when
treasures, David, not junk, treasures.
Treasures, okay. Right, did I say junk? The wrong word. And, oh, hey, here's Lonnie.
Here's our ringleader.
Okay.
I'm not ready for prime time, David.
Oh, okay, well, I'll have to zoom in. So many thanks to Ben, Paul, Peter, Sue, Brent, Bruce, David, Mary Lynn, Lonnie, Kathy, Doreen, Cliff, and many others for their tireless efforts to transform our little church into what Paul likes to call the jewel of Two Rock Valley. Oops, I almost forgot to give huge credit to our intrepid leader, Pastor Cornelia, who also put her gloves on for many of these projects.